All right. What's up, Common Sense? I figured I'd make this video to try to help you out at Spa. So I watched your GT video, and I noticed a couple things that you can improve on. So I drive the RCF. It's a GT3, but it kind of doesn't matter for this video because I noticed that you don't use a lot of the track. You don't use the whole track, and I know you use the racing line. And honestly, like, you can do what you want, but it's kind of hindering your actual performance and like speed. So, I mean, until you get comfortable with the track, I'll just leave it on, I guess. But until you get comfortable, once you get comfortable, I'll just turn it off. Also, I noticed that in the game, just like this one, Assetto Corsa, just like in GT7, there's tire marks on the track. Essentially, you can just follow those to where you need to brake, turn, things like that. It's basically the same thing. But one thing I noticed when you go up to Eau Rouge, I'm going to use some of the terms or some of the names of these corners that I know of, which is just this only one. The main one when you go uphill. You don't have to, I noticed in your video, let's go to it right quick. I noticed in your video that, whoops, wrong one. When you go up Eau Rouge, like either you get off the throttle. Yeah, the videos for some reason is rendering 360p. I think you get off the throttle or you downshift. See how you get off the throttle so much? You don't have to get off as much as you've done. You can just lift a little bit. Or if you're confident, you can flat out the corner. So how I attack it in the RCF. You can do this in the GTR, and maybe this is something that is possible with the steering wheel. I'm not sure. You know, that's all I play on. So on the right is my inputs, like the gas is green, and then brake is red, obviously, and this is RPM. You know, self-explanatory, right? So I'm going over Rouge, just like how you did with the GTR. And when I'm going up it, you can just lift a little bit. See how I lift this a little bit? Because I could feel the car's rotation. You can feel it either losing grip or gaining grip. So let me try to change the view. And what I mean by using the whole track, like just pay attention to where my car is placed versus how your car is placed. Oops, hold on. Wrong one. There we go. I keep opening the wrong video. All right, here we go. So your plate's pretty good, but you don't use like the whole track sometimes. That right there is not terrible. It could be better though. All right, I think we know that. So here's me. Oops. Way off. Okay, there we go. So you try to use the whole track. Go out. So very similar to what you did. So we're pretty much almost identical, but you can also flat out on that turn too. I think I did it right here. You can go flat out. Or was it this one? I think it was this lap. Yeah. It all depends on how your setup is. How, you know, you maybe need to add more camber. Or maybe you need to just make some adjustments to your setup. Therefore, the car's more stiff in some areas, you know? But also I noticed in some of your video, let's go to it right quick. Sorry, this is like a real quick rudimentary video, so let's see. Like on the straight, okay, it doesn't really matter. But even like this braking area, right? I'll pause it and go back to mine. We brake in the same area, but see how you see the tire tracks showing up here? It's no different in your video versus mine. It's really no different. So see how we apply the brakes roughly in the same spot? You know what I mean? Like there's no reason to have the line on. The tire marks will tell you this is where you need to brake. Like, I can't tell if they have tire marks here because the resolution is so bad. I don't think it's your fault, but regardless. So we break in the same spot. One thing I noticed, like, you use a good amount of the track, but right here, this area right here, you need to swing out to the left. So I'll show you mine. For some reason, I couldn't get a grip. I was doing some quick laps, so don't judge me. But see how I started to go over to the left? Because the whole idea is to use most of the track that you can. That's the whole idea of racing. You know, you don't want to have your car in the center. You want to use the most of the track as you can before you hit the apex. So you come in there. I went a little too wide. That'll probably be an invalid lap. And then I, broke here just like you did in your video. We'll go back to that one. Hopefully everything's working as planned. So watching your video. Then you break. We broke in the same area. So we're similar. But this area right here. Okay, you should have went further out to the right in this area. Like hit this curb. You can have two tires on the curb. As long as all four tires aren't off the track, you won't get a track limit. So two can be on the curb just fine. So you should have went more out to the right. That's what you should have did there. And I'll show you. See how I go out to the left and swing to the right. The whole idea is to use most of the track as you can as you go into the turn. That's the whole idea. Therefore, you can have the most exit speed because they say it's slow in, fast out. That's how it kind of works. You know what I mean? All right, so that's that part. And like I said, we're just going back and forth. You know what I mean? I hope this video helps a little bit, but we'll see. Hold on 1 second. I'm just trying to do multiple things at one time, but here we go. Make sure we're getting captured here still. So you're going down the same straight, same thing. No problems here. One thing I noticed here, we broke in the same area, but one thing you can do, which you should do, you can put the right tires on this curb right here to try to maximize the track. Because you're not abusing track limits. You're trying to maximize the track as much as you can. So therefore, before you hit the brakes in this area, which we brake in the same general location, you can downshift and attack the apex. See how you attacked it, kind of like weary. So let's see how I did it. It's a little more steady. Now, yeah, you could say, well, I'm more, this is what I do all the time. I do nothing but race, you know what I mean? But mention I said about the tire marks. See how they're all here on the track? And then we'll go over to your video. It's the same thing. Like the tire tracks are there. So having a line on is kind of like pointless when you just follow the tire markings because that's kind of tells you that's where you need to be because that's where everybody else is at. That's where the grip's at. You know what I mean? So going back out, this area is pretty good. It's good. You can go further wide, but you don't have to. And then we break in the same spot. So let me go back to that. We'll go to that area. And I'm only doing bird's eye view because I think it may give a better visual where the car needs to be. That's why I'm doing bird's eye view versus cockpit. So same area we're braking. Same area. All right. So we're on the same page, I think. So good, right? So this area, you take the turn. I would have went this. I would have went in second, but I drive a different car, so the gearing's a little different. But you drove with precaution because you don't want to hit the car in front of you. That's fair. See, even right here, this area, you can hit this, then brake, and then cut in. So I think you can get a better angle. Like, I'll show you on mine. So here's my video. So I guess ours are roughly the same. I don't think they're any different. But hold on, let me see if I can get a different view. It's kind of like resembles what you look at, I guess. Hold on, it's one of these. One of these views is like front of the hood. There it is. So I think this is how, let's see how it looks. Yeah, about the same. But I just attack it different, differently than you do. So go back to your video. And one thing I noticed also, a couple things before I wrap this video up. I know it's gonna be kind of long, probably like 15 minutes when I'm all done, but we'll see. So this area right here, you can have half the car in here. You know what I mean? You can have half of it in there, as long as 2 of the tires are on the black surface. Because I think on GT7 they're real strict with the penalties. They're driving the what do they call it? The penalty system. They're kind of strict, but you can have 2 tires out, and that's what you should have did. Because you can attack this corner way better. So let me show you. So you kind of lifted it a little bit. You say you lifted it right there. If you had half the car out, you wouldn't have to lift. You just go full throttle. So let me show you mine. Hope I'm not too loud in the mic, by the way. But so in ACC, you can have more of the car in this area. They adjusted the track limits to allow it, because that's how it is in the real life. They ride all in this thing. But see how I'm riding it full throttle? We'll go back a little bit. And then I'm going back one more time. Show the view, the hood view. Give you an idea. See, and I think the reason why I can attack it like that, in my steering wheel, I can feel the rotation of the vehicle. I can feel it. I can feel the car rotate. So I know where it is. So you look at my steering input. So it gives me more. So like the fact that I can feel the steering rotation of the car, it gives me more confidence, and I can attack the corner. You know what I mean? But that's how you need to attack it. We're almost done. We're wrapping this up in a little bit. But hopefully this video helps, like I said earlier. So just cover the long straight. Let me fast forward a little bit. It's just one turn I want you to see. So you see you're attacking it just fine. You right here, you should go further out, like to the right. You can have 2 tires out on this area, like half the car out in the green. Therefore, you can hit that corner at full speed, and I'll show you in a second. You see how you're like the whole car is not even like out, but see the tire marks right here. Like I said, you can have your tires there. You know what I mean? Because you want to utilize most of the track before you hit the turn. And see here, you gotta lift and get off. Nah, man, we ain't doing that no more. We're using the whole track. So let me show you in mine. All right. Same line just about. I go further out. Half the car is out. Full throttle. It didn't even lift. All right. So let's show you again. Oh, that's a little bit. I felt it kind of. I thought I was gonna lose traction, but. There we go. That's the view I want to use. All right. We'll wrap it up in a second. Oops. Oh, hold on. We click to the video. All right. See this area right here? You should be more to the left because you got to make a right turn, but you're like in the middle, and that's not good. See, this racing line is kind of like, it's like a blessing and a curse because, like, I think a lot of people get glued to it, and don't take this as criticism towards you. I do a lot of racing, man. I mean, please understand. But what I've seen a lot is that people get glued to the racing line, and it's really not that good because it kind of jades you. It feels like you're just racing on rails, I guess. But anyways, you should be more to the left here. And then you have some of the tires out here on the left side on the curb. That's when you attack this, it's almost like you come to a complete stop. You know what I mean? You roll the sausage there and whatnot. That's not good. So my video, same area. All right. Go to the outright. Go to the left. You gotta take a right turn. See how the car's out? And then you can take this turn right there. See? Let's take it back. Attack. Attack the corner. Lift. Straighten the wheel out. Go straight. One more time. Hood view. See? Hopefully I'm able to help a little bit with this, with your journey into racing. But if I have the track that you race on, I don't mind doing a video breakdown. You know, just critiquing it, showing what you can do different and whatnot. I have no problem doing it, man. But you know, hope this video helps, and hit me up if you have any more questions. But you know how I say it. I'm Jay Gott. I'll catch you on the flip side.